This is the EG Vienna, and I believe that EG stands for Evergreen, and that's maybe like the family crest of an Indonesian family that makes these bikes. It's actually one of the first ones I've tried, and it's a little bit older. They have a newer version that's sort of longer and has a more powerful motor. But let me jump into the specs on this one. So what we're working with is Shimano Tourney 6-speed with this nice big thumb shifter up here. It's a folding electric bike, so you can see right here in the middle, got kind of a standard quick release. The frame folds in half, this folds down. It gets pretty compact. And we've got a nice set of fenders here and lights. And it looks like the front one is powered by this Nexus dynamo in the front, which is pretty cool. So it's kind of a neat system and a unique controller. I haven't really seen this on a lot of other bikes, but they've got a bunch of options for riding that make it really smooth. And frankly, even though it's a little bit rear heavy with the motor and the battery back here, it rides pretty well. I guess I would also complain that the keys have to be left in when riding, and they can dangle around a little bit like that. But the fact that it's got a front suspension and a mid suspension is kind of cool, and it just smooths it out. A lot of times you're riding on a folding electric bike and it can be kind of jarring, especially over long distances. So I like that they put a lot of thought into this one, and it's still feels pretty light, even though they've got this little bumper, and it's not very adjustable or anything, but it adds a little bit of give. And of course the seat's got some rubber bumpers too. So let me get into the electric drive part of this. That right there is a 200-watt internally geared hub motor, and this battery, which is removable for more convenient charging, is a 24-volt 10-amp-hour lithium battery. Okay, so it's not the most powerful system. In fact, it feels kind of sluggish. There's no real fancy readout telling you how fast you're going, but I'd estimate I got like 15 miles per hour, so it's not super strong. It definitely helps you when you're pedaling along and gonna get you further on a hot day like today. It'll help keep you from sweating. So it's kind of a neat option, and fairly well priced. Kind of a cool little thing, actually. So basically, to turn it on, you come in here and you turn the battery, you turn the key, turns on, this lights up. That little umbrella is just meant to tell you that it's waterproof, and that's sort of an approximation of how much battery capacity is remaining. Now, at any time, you can use this big twist throttle over here, which is cool. You just twist it and the bike takes off. And this green button's like a kill switch, so if you don't want to bump that, let's say you're in pedal assist mode and you don't want to accidentally twist, I love that they have that. Because it is easy to bump occasionally. I also like that they've got these sort of ergonomic grips, and they come streamer ready, so you can put your streamers in here and have all kinds of fun if you want. Here is the selector for pedal assist mode. So the middle is no pedal assist, and then there's economy and sport. Okay, so depending on which level you're at, you're gonna get more feedback, and of course take the battery down faster, but you might need that extra support climbing a hill or something. It uses a very simple pedal X sensor. See that plastic disc in there? It's got 6 magnets on it. When those magnets pass this sensor in here, I don't know if you can see it, they tell the motor to go or stop. So it's very basic. It doesn't tell it how hard to go, I guess aside from what mode you're in, and it doesn't really tell how fast you're pedaling or how hard you're pedaling. It's just on or off. But at least you don't have to twist the throttle, right? So this is kind of first generation technology, but it keeps it cheap. It's pretty simple, and it works well enough. But it could be described as maybe being a little bit more jerky than some of the newer systems that use cadence and also speed sensors. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop on this thing and show you. Whoa, what am I doing here? I don't know how to get that kickstand up. Okay, I figured it out. You gotta like tap it right there. Got it. Okay, so the kickstand is up. I'm gonna go ahead and throttle it and show you the motor and let you hear that. Of course, the pedals are also foldable, which is nice. Make it super compact. From standstill. noticeably slower than the other electric bikes I've been reviewing. But again, the new one, I think it has 250 watt geared motor versus this one's just 200. So not too bad, and you know, the seating position on this is all right. It could feel a little bit crammed if you're a little bit larger, and again, I think that's why they extended the frame on the newer version as well. So that is the EG Vienna folding electric bike. I'll see you back at ElectricBikeReview.com for full written review, pictures, and other bikes.